Go ahead, Zeph. You can go on over. You're just fine. Let's go right ahead and stick this leg out. How's everyone?
Good.
I hope you're feeling like we are.
We're joined by Seppi Uzun, Rike Gumbawale, and Coach Trammell. If you have questions on the Zoom, just use the raise hand function. Otherwise, we'll get to questions in person first.
Coach Trammell, you just spoke about it. How is the mood in this locker room?
Oh, incredible. I mean, they're tired, you know what I mean? But they're so excited. I mean, this is what kind of basketball that we expected at the very beginning, you know, but I think it was one of our best defensive games this season. And so I'm just so proud of them and just their will to win, their fight. I mentioned this 1,000 times, their championship mentality when they come in. And I'm just proud to be a part of their journey.
And if I could ask a follow-up, I mean, you just mentioned the defense, but I did want to switch to the other side of the ball. You had 6 players with 10 double-figure scoring. And I just wanted to know, could you just speak on the offensive continuity that this team has put? You just beat 2 championship teams with 90-plus points.
Yeah, I mean, that's we have several offensive threats, but they executed at a high level. They exposed Minnesota's defense, some of the things that we've talked about, but they shared and they just kept going back to what was working. And so that's a lot of credit to Reed, it's a lot of credit to Seb that's sitting here, and a lot of individuals in that locker room.
Enrique, a lot of people have maybe written you guys off after the first part of the season. You guys come out just dealing with adversity, playing great. How does it feel just to be back and playing so well right now?
Yeah, like she said, this is what we envisioned, before all the injuries. Although, injuries can happen. We probably should have won more games, but now we're at the full roster that we thought we would have, and now we have it rolling.
What have you seen just from the team in terms of battling? I know you can deal with it, but the whole team dealing with adversity, bouncing back.
Yeah, I think we've seen every type of game in the first half, been up, been down, been getting blown out, like just all type of things. So I think now in the second half, we're really ready for anything, even if we're down, if we've been down in games and came back. So I think we're just seeing all type of games and we're able to adapt.
Ricky, I spoke to you in Phoenix, and I had asked you about the season, your outlook, and how you envision the rest of the season go. And the first thing you came out your mouth, you said, we got to get Satu back. And you said, basically, you highlight her impact on the team. Can you talk about her impact and also, just how you went about staying even keel throughout the rest of the season, just starting the season like you did and going into the stretch and where you're at now?
Yeah, well, I mean, Satu's game speaks for itself. Last year, obviously before she got injured, she was first team, an all-star, automatic all-star, and she just brings a lot to this team. She's 6'4", but she's a guard. She can shoot, she can drive, she can pass. So yeah, adding her, we knew that would help a lot, but she's doing a really, really good job. And yeah, I mean, it's just, staying calm throughout everything. Obviously, it's been a tough up and down game, but my whole thing was just to stay true to myself, stay in my game, and just keep having my teammates support and keep supporting my teammates.
And then, Coach, I had a follow-up question for you as well. With back-to-back wins against top-tier teams, what is the confidence going into the home stretch of this season around the team? What's the energy around the team right now?
Yeah, when we step on the floor, we can beat anyone. And that's the mentality that you want to have, and that's the mentality that they do have.
You guys have been playing with, it seems like more freedom. You're just kind of letting it flow. You're not overthinking this week. Is that something you guys discussed, or is it just happening naturally as you guys play more together as a unit?
I think you just nailed it. More that we play together as a unit, getting that chemistry back. I know a lot of people say, it's not about the chemistry. Oh, a lot of times it is, and so they're just playing great basketball right now. And I'm gonna say this again. I mean, this is a team that's number one in 3-pointers, and we held them. I'm gonna keep bragging on the defense because that's something that we've been talking about. But held them to 28% shooting, kept them under 40% shooting for the first time since the Olympic break. And so I don't want to look at that offensive side because I know we can score the basketball, but I am proud about the defense.
So this team is on a 3-game winning streak, and you've been a big spark in that 3-game winning streak. What's changed for you, maybe on the court or mentally, that has sparked you in having these big games?
I mean, it was tough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was really tough to adjust myself to the game and all of it. But I have great support system here, my teammates and our stuff, obviously. So they helped me go through that, and just trying to give my best and just enjoying playing with great players. I think that's my motivation right now, and it's been really fun.
Enrique, with Sev, having these big games, and you just mentioned Satu being back. You can even include Natasha being back. These handful of games, you're seeing, the true all-around game from you. 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and a block. Just what's this moment like for you, having the full team back where you can display your all-around game?
Yeah, I think just how we've been playing as a team, it takes a lot more pressure, off of me. Just obviously having Satu back and then Tasha playing so well and Sev playing well. It's just more freedom. I know I can kick it to them and they could, do what they have to do, and I don't even have to be in that possession. And if I do need to be in it, they'll find me. So I think we're all just giving each other's freedom to, go one-on-one if you need to, but then we'll play team ball when we have to too. So it's been a good balance.
Can I say something about Enrique too? She's had a lot on her shoulders, especially with 83% of our team being out at the start, and just for her to hold it together, you know what I mean, and take a lot on her shoulders, just to keep the locker room good, and to continue to bring the just the confidence and just the player that she is. She's earned every moment of it. She's a true professional.
Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, Coach.
You almost made it, Coach.
Right, almost.
I almost made it, guys. I didn't do it in the locker room. I was so proud.
We're gonna Rob on the Zoom.
Thank you. This question for Coach Sev and Enrique. That was a dominant performance with 50 points in the paint compared to Minnesota's 20, and you capitalized on 25 points off turnovers to Minnesota's 5. So, what was it like to capitalize on these opportunities against a very tough team and disrupt their fast tempo pace on the court?
The coach first.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. I'm still trying to wipe my eyes and trying to.
Yeah. I think it started. No, I heard you. I think it started with the defense, like the steals. She had 4 steals, and we got out in transition. I think Tosh had 3. It said so. Like our defense was really good, but we were getting out and running. So
That's
we were running them off the 3-point line, which is good. But then we were there like for help, and we were rotating. So like when we're on a string like that, it looks really good, and then we get stops and we can run.
Sev, I did want to ask about the just you running the guard position. It seems like you're getting more comfortable every game. How do you feel out there running the guard right now?
I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'm just like I said, I'm enjoying it because I have really great players around me. The potential is crazy. You can go like everywhere. You can try to do everything. And once you play the game, like not being only like focused on one option, but you have 4 more options, it's so fun. So I'm just trying to take advantage of that.
Let me tell you what Sev does too, and this is something that she does extremely well. She'll sit there and analyze the game while she's on the bench, and she knows what to do and what to call when she comes into the game. And so that right there is impressive in itself. When you have someone, a point guard like Easy could come off the bench, but she'll sit there and then she'll come immediately to me and say, "Here's what I'm seeing at times." And so she's not just sitting there going, "Oh, great." I mean, she's really wanting to know what we need to do when she comes in, and you can see that.
Coach,
You're
I'm sorry, you're doing a good job. You've been at all levels of the game, high school, college, pros,
Yep.
and this season has been a unique one with the mix of new players, injuries, all-stars obviously. Just kind of talk about how this team has kept it together through the adversity to be playing its best basketball at the right time.
Isaac, you're doing this. I think there's like betting going on, like who can get her to cry first. And then there's a bull.
That's why I asked the date. I didn't
Yeah,
ask
I
you first.
think it's just like people like I mentioned, Enrique. You know what I mean? That's keeps the energy high. The growth. Challenging her teammates. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I think they're also smart enough to know the situation that we were in. And we always talked about the light at the end of the tunnel and write the story that we want to write when it's time. And it's time, and so they're writing it.
Time for one more if you have it.
I'll just end with this. Sev, well, since Coach just highlighted your analysis on the game, what have you seen in these last 3 games in the winning streak that you would like to see even Sunday in the next game?
Ooh, I think so. We have a really strong post players, and I feel like every team is trying to take advantage of that, but we have the advantage. It's just because like how we use them. I think our coach is doing a really good job about that. But like once you play the game, sometimes you forget it. Sometimes like you just get
Yeah.
excited and stuff. And in those moments, like I'm always trying to, especially with Reek, I'm just trying to talk to them and like still trying to be focused on what works for us or like where we are strong the most. So I think like just realizing that and feeling the game is just helping me to find stuff, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Congrats.